We are streaming through Facebook and YouTube. Welcome, power people. I can't wait to have this conversation with you. I can't wait. Go ahead and put your name if you're comfortable. Put your area that you're in, where you tuning in from. Some of you are catching this live. Some of you are going to be catching the replay. Who's here? Who's here for this conversation? I want to go over the true definition of debt and how to release regret. And it's going to be powerful. It's going to be powerful. Matter of fact, you are powerful. So I just want to give y'all an opportunity to settle in. Thank you for your patience. I said 8 o'clock, but we're getting started at 8:08. 8 is the number of infinite abundance. Put 8 in the comments. Hey, y'all, I see you hopping on. Welcome. Peace, blessings. It's evening where I am, but depending on where you are in the world, it might be dawn, it might be sunrise, it might be the middle of the day. But I'm glad that you're here. Welcome. Put the number 8 in the comments if you receive the vibration of infinite abundance. Infinite, that the kind that creates generational stability. The kind that creates generational stability. That's what I want for my people. That's what I want for you. That's what I want for you. And I hope that is what you want for yourself. I hope that is what you want for yourself as well. If you know someone who needs to reset their money flow, tag them in this live stream. Invite them to come and be with us. Tag them below in the comments. Say, come on over, catch this energy. Catch this energy. Be with us. Be with us. Tell them to come on over and be with us because I got some juicy wisdom that I just feel like I need to drop off tonight. I done had a good dinner. I done had quality time with my children. You know, I had a great, easy day. I just feel like dropping off some wisdom, right? If you could use some wisdom, put the number 8 in the comments. 8 is the number of infinite abundance. It's the infinity symbol sideways. Put the number 8 in the comments if you could use a dose of wisdom tonight, right? We are here. We are here. You are also welcome to share this live, whether you are on Facebook or YouTube. You can share this live. And that's another way of inviting someone to come into the space. Tonight's conversation is in preparation for my upcoming 7-day money flow reset class. It is in preparation for that. You do not want to miss those 7 days with me where I'm going to help you reset your money flow psychologically, emotionally, spiritually, and physically. You're going to get hit at every level with abundance, and we're going to clear some of the accumulated energy of scarcity and lack, because I do not believe that God and lack exist in the same space. What makes God God is the creator, the power to create everything that is and ever will be. I do not believe that God and lack exist in the same space. You got to pick a side tonight. You got to pick one on this live tonight. Are you going to be living in the vibration of God or lack? Because where God is, everything that is needed is there. I do not believe God and lack coexist. That's just my belief. What's yours? Put your belief in the comments. My belief is that God and lack do not coexist, but what is your belief? Because guess what? Whatever your belief is, you must live. You got to live your truth. And as much as there are people on earth who are arrogant and haughty and feel like their defined truth is the only truth, the reality is every person gets to choose their beliefs. And whatever your beliefs are, you must live out. Whatever you hold true for yourself is what you're going to live. And everything, I love how Reverend Ike says this, everything in the earth knows your God but you. Everything is following your truth. And God is so chivalrous and so kind and so compassionate. Even God doesn't force your results, but your beliefs dictate them. God will not force your results, but your beliefs absolutely dictate what's getting ready to happen next in your life. I don't care what financial mistakes you have made. I don't care how bad the credit score has gotten. I don't care what the debt to income ratio is. God is still God. Put that in the comments. God is still God. Put that in the comments. Go ahead and get ready to receive this impartation. I have something for you tonight that you can use. I have something for you that you can use. God is still God. God is still God, even in my frustrating financial situation, even when it looks like what I've strived for has not manifested, even when it looks like my ignorance cost me something. I'm bold enough in this conversation on the internet with Taima tonight to type the words, God is still God. God is still God. And when you choose alignment over achievement, see, success for me is no longer about material gains, even though I like material things. Success is no longer about how good I look to the public. Success is not how pretty my pictures look. No, my only goal is God. Because if I got God, everything else is aligned. You know, there's a scripture. Y'all gonna hear my children running around. My daughter and her BFF are over here. So if y'all hear the children in the background, I don't care. That's just a disclaimer. But listen, there's a scripture in the Bible that says, if you seek first the kingdom, all other things will then be added. See, your priorities will do one or two things in your life. They will either create abundance or they'll create scarcity. Take notes. If you didn't bring pen and paper, I don't want you to miss anything that you can use. Your priorities. Somebody put this in the comments for my visual learners. Your priorities will either create abundance or lack, right? You got to choose where to focus your beliefs. And just because you get emotional, the universe doesn't care about your feelings the way you do. I know some of you ain't gonna like that, but it's true. Cosmic divine energy is neutral. Earth is the classroom, and the lesson is self-mastery. And so, literally, whatever you feel is what you feel. You got to stand and live in it. So, this is where emotional discipline and learning how to master the superpower of focus is going to change your life. All right. We're 8 minutes in. I feel like I got you primed and ready for this impartation. What is my definition of debt? Right? Anybody curious? Matter of fact, if you're listening live or you're catching a replay, put your definition of debt in the chat. What do you define debt as? What is debt? DEBT. What is debt from your perspective? And I'm going to give y'all my definition. What is debt? What is debt? And I want to set the tone by framing this conversation with the Ho'oponopono framework and Hawaiian prayer, right? And it is, I'm sorry, please forgive me, thank you, I love you. And when you enroll in my class on day 2, we're actually zooming in on releasing debt and regret. And when you sign up for my class, you will get a free copy of the 7 Ho'oponopono prayers that I've created specifically for your money flow, right? So what's your definition of debt? Put it in the comments. What's your definition of debt? My definition of debt is this. Debt is what you don't know. It's the accumulation of your ignorance. Debt is what you don't know. It is the accumulation of your ignorance. If I had known to invest in certain stocks to grow my money, then I would have more money. If I had known to get that universal life insurance policy sooner, then I would have more accumulate. If I had known that I didn't really need that college degree and all that student loan debt that I'm now trying to pay now, debt is what you don't know. It's the accumulation of your, that's my definition. Give me credit if you're going to restate it. Debt is the accumulation of your ignorance. So now with that definition of debt, how much sense does it make to regret what you didn't even know? Right? How does it serve you to live with regret as if you were accumulating debt intentionally? You just woke up one day and decided, I want to not be able to have enough money to pay my bills and have ridiculous amounts of debt. And I'm going to take you a little bit deeper into what's programmed in your subconscious, because the wealthiest people that I know, multimillionaires and billionaires, they understand the value of ignorance. They understand the value of holding specific type of debt, because ignorance creates opportunity for new knowledge. Ignorance is synonymous with opportunity. That's why you should never think you know so much that you can learn nothing else. This is going to help you if you catch what I'm putting down. I'm trying to give you something you can use to correct the flawed self-concept that you're holding because of your financial health and situation right now. The greatest miracle, this is one of my favorite quotes from A Course in Miracle, the greatest miracle you can ever experience in your life is to see yourself correctly. I'm trying to give you some information that's going to help you correct your flawed self-concept. You have let what's happening with your money eradicate your confidence, your ability to have faith, your ability to be hopeful and optimistic. And you think that the amount of money that's in your hands or in your bank account in some way, shape, or form dictates your value and significance in the world. And I'm here to tell you tonight that you were born blessed, and you were born significant, and you were born abundant, and the money is following what you believe about that. If you need your money to flow, I promise you there is something to be corrected in how you are looking at yourself and who you think you are. This is not a financial crisis. Every financial crisis is an identity crisis. Every financial crisis is an identity crisis, because all money is God in circulation. There is no real lack, but it gets heavy because the first comes the same time every month. You can't go into Walgreens or you can't go into Wegmans, fill your shopping cart up with groceries, and when you get to the register, say, I'm checking out as a child of God, and that currency should be enough. I mean, wouldn't it be lovely though? But yeah. So that's why I'm doing this 7-day money flow reset, because it's all vibrational, and I'm going to help you correct what is happening at a spiritual, emotional, and vibrational level that is stagnating the flow of your money. And see, even the wealthiest people know when you start hitting certain levels of income, it's not that that money stays with you, because to whom much is given, much is required. Please believe me. Operating budgets, marketing budgets, right? Staffing, all of that. Yeah, that costs. But the reason why they're able to hold it, the reason why their financial capacity is different, is because their self-concept is what they believe they can create and circulate is different from what somebody who is struggling financially believes about themselves. That's the difference between the poor and the rich. I know some people don't believe that. Some people feel like, well, no, the rich have an advantage because they make certain soul contracts. Blah, 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 blah. Nah, honestly, it's all vibrational. Whatever you believe is possible with the God that you walk with is real. And that is what your life obeys. That is what your life obeys. That is what your body obeys. That is what you're living. And I have these miracles every single day. I tell you, I'll go to sleep and I'll be thinking something. I'll just ping the frequency and wake up to money, unexpected income, passive income, the kind I ain't have to do blood, sweat, and tears for. So by the time I get to my hustle, by the time I get to the blood, sweat, and tears, I'm already in the right frequency to do something magnificent for my financial health, to create miracles out of thin air, because I have cultivated enough belief, enough strength. And that's what we're going to do for 7 days. If you need some of that, put an exclamation mark in the comments and say, "Ooh, Taima, girl, I've been feeling the pressure. I've been feeling the pressure. I've been feeling the heat. I've been feeling guilt. I've been feeling shame. I've been feeling regret. Like, why did I go buy that thing to make myself feel better when I knew the first was coming? Now the first is here and I'm coming up short, and I don't understand why this is a pattern to me." I'm going to help you unpack it. And that's why you need to come and be in the class. And considering that the investment is $47 to spend 7 days with me to help you reset your money flow, it's worth the investment. You will see the return, and trust, it will be so much greater. What is the financial monetary number for you to correct your self-concept and get closer to your God and more intimate with the source of everything that you could ever need? What's the dollar amount for that? I definitely know it ain't 47. I definitely know that you can't really quantify that, right? Like, you really gotta just shift. And all of the outcomes in your life are obedient to your thoughts, your choices, and your behaviors. That's really the code. And it's one thing to hear it, it's another thing to discover the capacity to embody the clarity, to embody the truth. And I'm all about embodiment. I was journaling this morning, and we can ready to close out. I was journaling this morning. If you need more of this conversation and more of this energy, you got to get in the class. You got to go to thewombsauna.com/events. You got to get in the class, because this is going to bless you, and it's going to help you, and it's going to ground you in your clarity and your truth. And what's going to follow are the results you've been looking for in your financial situation. This is bigger than just manifesting it. I'm talking about alchemy. I'm talking about precision. Less emotion and sensationalism, and more power. More real, tangible, traceable power. Okay. And those of you who follow me for a while, you know my definition of myself is that I am raw, unapologetic power. And my daily prayer is that when you encounter me, you are encountering who God truly is in this body, in this movement. And if I am not successful with achieving God any given day, then I feel off. Because this isn't about Taima, it's bigger. It's about you. It's about you. And I'm okay every day that I am able to help somebody else be okay with themselves. It lights my soul up with joy. I feel great when I'm able to be a blessing to someone else. So this morning I was journaling, and I was talking to Spirit, and I was like, I've been doing my business for 13 years, full-time, nonstop. And if I can just be fully transparent, it has been difficult to stay active in this work, for different reasons. And I'll probably expand on that later when I come through my full recovery process of what has wounded me while serving the way that I have. That's a different class. That's a different conversation. And I'm in the thick of it. Pray for me if you are in the right frequency. If you're not, don't even send nothing my way. But if you are a vibrational match to my heart and you have love and respect for me and my work, keep me lifted. So anyway, in journaling and processing some of what I'm healing right now, I literally was saying to God, like, I don't even care about certain things anymore. I remember when I was so eager to get the different media logos on my website and be featured and to get certain kinds of social validation from my community. Honestly, my goals, my desires have become so much more simple. And yes, I'm wise enough to know how to figure out how to get financing from banks and get grants and all that. But honestly, like, the way I'm built with my faith in this season, I don't want no bailout energy. I don't need that. I want the kind of results in my business and in my life that when people ask, how did that happen? How did you reach that 4.5 million through just one revenue stream of your business? How'd you do that in less than 2 years, Tamer? Oh God, I want that to be my answer. You don't understand my faith. I found the frequency. If I can find that, I'll never lose it. And that's what I want to give you in this 7-day money flow reset. I want you to find that frequency. And I want to turn the power switch on within you so that you are never in a predicament where you feel unprovided for. That you know that you have a living well inside of you that you can access. That you know how to keep your sacral chakra spinning in the right direction, that you know how to ground your earth chakra and your root chakra. I want you to have that real deep, sustainable, undeniable connection to the source of all power and wisdom so that you can preserve the correct self concept. And that is the key to your wealth. That's the key. It really is. And so I wanted to have this conversation with y'all tonight. I wanted to share my definition of debt, and how to start releasing regrets. And I'm going to expand on that in the 7-day money flow reset course. And we're going to really, really solidify some of these things I'm talking to you about in preparation for it. So once you sign up, go bring three of your friends. Don't be selfish. Now, some people, when they come into my containers in my classes, they be like, I love Tamer so much, I want her to myself. Please stop doing that, because the most abundant people are the most generous. If you are hearing something that is a blessing to you, how dare you know somebody, a family member, a friend, a business associate? How dare you know somebody else that you know has been saying, man, what is going on with me financially? What's going on with my money? Is getting tough. And not share this with them. That's gluttonous. Be generous. Practice it. Be fruitful. Multiply this message and this impact. And go ahead and tag somebody else in and say, listen, I want you to find 25 minutes and just listen to this. And if it's resonating with you, you need to get in this class. We can take it together. We can hold each other accountable for doing the necessary work that's going to be involved. But carve out 7 days. The class is going to be for an hour to an hour and a half each evening. We start the 23rd of September, 2025. And we are going to reset our money flow. And I am going to teach you how to embody what we're talking about, not just hear it and then hoard the information and do nothing with it. I am about the embodiment of it. I am about real, tangible, measurable results. I want your testimonies. I want you to get to the 7th day and say, what was that? And how did I not turn that power switch on sooner? How did I not figure? Wow, God, look what I was able to do. So again, go to thewombsauna.com/events. The investment is $47. Don't miss this, and don't allow people you care about or people that you see. If you see somebody on social media venting about what's going on with them, how heavy and hard it's been, and how they are emotionally dysregulated and going through it, say, hey sis, I just want to tell you, and this might help you. This is a resource. It's coming up. I want to share this with you. Okay. So I love y'all. I hope this was helpful. Tag me in the comments. Let's talk about what you heard in this conversation that you needed. And like I said, you're welcome to repost, share this live stream with someone that you think can benefit from this teaching. And I'm going to close us out with this prayer that I think you'll appreciate. This is actually one of the Ho'oponopono money prayers in the free ebook that you get with the registration for class. And so it is the prayer for releasing debt and regret. And it says, I'm sorry for carrying debt like a badge of failure. Please forgive me for the ways I've punished myself with worry. Thank you for reminding me that debt is just energy waiting to be balanced. I love you. And I now release the weight of regret. I'm going to read it one more time to y'all because my daughter was trying to tell me my phone is ringing. I'm sorry for carrying debt like a badge of failure. Mm. Please forgive me for the ways I've punished myself with worry. Thank you for reminding me that debt is just energy waiting to be balanced. Ooh. I love you, and I now release the weight of regret. Get in this class. Oh, I got so many tools for you. I got so many things that help you really, really stand in your truth and see the reward of that. I love you. Have a good night. I'll see you in class. Peace.